It's no secret that the implementation of the undead into video games saw an incredible surge at the beginning of the decade, leading to an oversaturation that honestly made me feel a bit numb to what still could be offered in the genre. Every way you looked, it didn't matter what genre, flesh eaters were waiting in the shadows. Whilst the Call of Duty franchise had seen an ongoing reinvention with, at times, mixed results, Treyarch's original concept from World at War was still addictive. The feeling of being chased in video games is probably one of the most horrible feelings someone could endure. I hate it. Yet that fleeting moment of fear that presents itself in between hope and dread is where magic can happen. That's where the adrenaline kicks in. Fear of death and the permanence of its results fuel the zombies gameplay loop so much to the extent that it's actually become essential to survive. My squad and I would feed off that kick. We needed it to keep going. The initial zombies games I got stuck into at the beginning were purely for the social aspect, so I'd be catching them after school with my mates even though I saw them like 4 hours ago. Whilst the social part of that was still present, it quickly became rooted in the thrill of that chase. I'd got used to seeing that round 1 screen, hearing that contorted choir-like start-up with my friends, to the point where it kinda sounded like it was becoming comforting. Being 13 years old or so, typically I struggled to see the point in school life, so I was thriving off the time I got to spend with my friends messing about on the yard at dinner. Getting home to that lobby screen, ready for Nectar and Toten, started to take on a new meaning as we plunged ourselves into the terrors of seemingly never-ending battles. Honestly, it was ace. At the time though, the meaning was purely within the element of getting to spend time with my friends and bonding with them over the sessions we have. It felt really poignant that we'd just kind of get together, even though we'd seen each other all day, and still just play games, because you just wanted to spend time with each other. And I still think now that's such a beautiful thing that we just all wanted to keep our friendships just going into the early hours after school. I loved that. As I've got older though, and it's going to take a bit of a morbid turn, the fear of death from zombies started to get a bit more harrowing. Mortality and age are frankly quite scary, and it's amplified by the fact we can't control it. Getting plunged into these sessions of gore-filled shootouts against living foes just seemed to hammer home that a bit more. That for me is where the true horror of Call of Duty's zombie mode lies. Now, I completely understand why it might seem to others that I'm reading a bit too far into this with my experience with this game mode over the years, but that constant attempt at trying to escape that permanence of death, I don't know, it became extremely potent. In the face of that, however, it has carved the way for an abundant amount of fun with friends old and new. It's no secret to my friends and on podcasts and stuff and whatever that I could wax lyrical about Call of Duty Zombies for hours on end. The lore, the gameplay loop, the maps that I love, everything like that. And you've probably guessed by now that this video is an outlet for that. Morbid content and everything. Over the years, the direction of the game has taken a more objective-based focus as opposed to core concept of survival. Now that's fine in theory, but I can't help but some of these newer experiences like that magic of keeping it simple. It was all about that simplistic game loop, the A, B, C and D of it that just kept it fresh for me. Maps like Nectar and Toten, Kino the Toten and Derise, the Giant, however you want to call it, they don't have a lot of bells and whistles in their design, at least not to me anyway. Aside from Nectar and Toten, it's a case of getting the power on and preparing for the oncoming onslaught. Getting the Wonder Waffle DG2 and an MG32 on the rise, now that is a fucking chef's kiss moment, because you knew that you were in business then. And of course that wouldn't be complete without a good old trip to the Pack-a-Punch. It's in those moments of desperation as well, where you would yell out to your mates to revive you, because you've got a good loadout, so you've got a ray gun, for example, that there's this innocent feeling of friendship there, even though your mates are yelling at you because you've just lost them like a 40-round lead during a game. And I've always felt like those memories of playing with them and experiencing that adrenaline kick of trying to avoid death, and it sounds so morbid when I say it out loud as I'm recording this, but trying to avoid death with your closest friends on a video game, it doesn't matter, it's that bonding time, and that drove home a weird sense of fear as I was playing it, and I've always felt like that to this day, and that's where, again, the true horror of Call of Duty Zombies lies for me. I'm hoping that with the upcoming installment to Zombies in Black Ops Cold War, that by revisiting that They're Untoten with a fresh coat of paint and a new way of seeing that map, these simplistic values will shine. Because after all, I don't want this to end. Hi, Sam from JumpCut Player here. You've just listened to me ramble for like 6 minutes or so. Thank you for watching the video, and more importantly, thank you for supporting our writers over the past couple of weeks with our October Spooktacular. Some incredible pieces from contributors new and people on the team as well, and it means so much. I just wanted to say thank you, because play this year has really gone to another level for us, and while we're relatively a small site, it still means the world to us. So thank you as always for your support and for engaging with our writers and the podcast and stuff like that. Just means so much. But stay safe, and look forward to more content soon.